Okay, this is how to factor. We have to, there's three methods. First method, what is common? So I know you've seen this before, and I just want to remind you, if you have something that has something in common, for example, this one has an X in common. What you do is you write the X on the outside, and then you take the one X out of this one, which would leave 3x squared, and 1x out of this one, which would leave 4, and this is your answer. What's common is on the outside. What's left over is on the inside of the parentheses. Let's try another one. Say we had 15x squared and then minus 20. Well, now, can you see what's common? Looks like they're both divisible by 5, so I can take 5 out. Well, if I divide this one by 5, I have 3x squared. And if I divide this one by 5, I get this. This is what's called factoring out what's common. So they're going to ask you to do that in today's work. Also, you'll be factoring into groups. So I want to show you that. The second method is into groups. So here we go. You've got x squared plus 6x plus 9. Now then, what we want to know is what multiplies to be this first piece. So I know x times x makes that first piece. And then what multiplies to be this? Well, 1 times 9 or 3 times 3. I've got two choices, but they have to add up to be this. So if you look, if I put 3 right here, and then I check the inside plus the outside, 3x plus 3x, that makes 6x. That means that this is the answer. So, what did I do? I found numbers that multiply to be the front, numbers that multiply to be the back, and numbers that add up to be the middle. That's factoring into groups. Let's do that again. And we'll have this one. Now then, what we're interested in, once again, is what multiplies to be the front, which we still know is x times x. Now, what multiplies to be the back could be negative 3 times 5, or negative 5 times 3, or 1 and 15, but we know that when I add those two together, it's not going to be 2. So here I look at this, and I say, well, these two, all of these multiply to be negative 15, but only this one adds up to be positive 2. This guy adds up to be negative 2. This one's 14. So if I want positive 2, I have to have x minus 3 and x plus 5. That is factoring into groups. Finding numbers that multiply to be the front, multiply to be the back, and add up to be the middle. Okay? one more method. And that is a combination. First, you have to take out what's common. And second, then you have to factor into groups. So, let's try. Say we had something like this. Let's try 3x squared minus 2x minus 6x. What am I thinking? Minus 6x minus 45. All right. So, our job is to try and figure out what is it that what is it that's common. So I have to take out what's common. And now, I know this is divisible by 3, obviously that. This one is also divisible by 3. If you add these two numbers together, 4 and 5 is 9. 9 is divisible by 3. That means 45 is divisible by 3. So I'm going to take the 3 out. Now that means I divide by 3. That leaves me with x squared. I divide by 3. That leaves me with negative 2. And I divide by 3. That leaves me with 15. So I did the first step. What is common? I did it. Now the second step, I have to factor the answer that I just got into groups. So I'm going to write the answer over here. 3x squared minus 2x minus 15. And now I have to leave the 3 out in front. And then I need to put the values where they go. So the numbers that multiply to be x squared, there's only one way, x times x. To get negative 15, remember, you could have negative 5 and 3. You could have positive 5 and negative 3. Oops. You could even have 1 and 15, but 1 minus 15 doesn't make 2. So, this one makes positive 2, that one makes negative 2, so we're going to say minus 5 and plus 3. Now that we know it works because these two together multiply to be negative 15. And if I add the inside plus the outside, that's negative 5x and positive 3x, that's negative 2x, which is exactly what we wanted it to be. So, there you have it, factoring into groups. Factoring what's common and then factoring into groups. So we did everything that you could possibly need to know about this. That's all. Thank you.